Hey everyone, before I begin with this review, I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see some of the beautiful scenery where I'm sitting here in Ithaca, New York on the campus of Cornell University. That was a quick 360 for you. It's a beautiful day out today, beautiful weather. There's a nice breeze. It's sunny, the grass is beautiful, everything here is beautiful. It's quite different than the city, I have to admit, but I like it. So I'm going to get right into the reviews. I'm going to review two plays. First is 33 Variations, starring Jane Fonda, which has already closed, so unfortunately you all missed it, but if you get a chance to see it in maybe a repertory company or something, I definitely recommend it. It's an excellent play. Jane Fonda was amazing. Zach Grenier as Beethoven was amazing. I believe it was Susan Kaufman that played the piano, that was actually playing the variations during the play. Also was amazing. I mean, just everything with the show, at least the night I saw it, everything had gelled so well together by that point. It was late in the run. The sets were beautiful with the concept of the musical score, like paper of the musical score being used as both curtain and sort of as the walls of the set pieces. It was just beautiful, and you know, the story was maybe not 100% all the way there, but definitely the historical parts were really well written, and it might at times have needed some small tweaking in the story with the Jane Fonda's character and her daughter, but you know what? It was a great play. The supporting cast, I'm sorry I don't know all their names, were excellent as well, and like I said, it just really gelled together. And I think it's really dependent on who's playing the lead part, because that's really what the play is. And if you don't have a good person playing that role, then it'll fall apart a little bit. The other play is Mary Stuart, which is still currently running on Broadway, and that one stars Janet McTeer as Mary Queen of Scots and Harriet Walter as Queen Elizabeth. And I'll just start out by saying that the only thing about it I didn't like was the costumes. Now, I know they were making a point where the men are all wearing business suits and the women are wearing the period costumes of Queen Elizabeth and Mary Queen of Scots, that they're sort of trying to make this point, apparently, that it's a man's world and the men are still in control, so the men get to wear the business suits, essentially. But I just thought it was sort of dumb, and I thought that most people, most average theater-going people probably didn't really necessarily understand why the men were in suits and didn't seem to fit in the period costumes, and the women were in period costumes. It's almost like they were trying to juxtapose two eras, which actually is relevant to the story if you think about it also. The play was written in 1800, but it has a lot of relevance to today's political climate, the sort of treason and treachery and all of that, especially in some of what we would consider quote-unquote third world countries. But that's beside the point. Anyway, it was an excellent play. Of course, it was definitely exciting to see 12 minutes of on-stage rain. Anytime when they make it rain on stage in a theater, it's quite amazing. So I definitely recommend that you take it in just for that. But also for the stellar, I mean, I don't know any other word besides stellar and command performances of the two women, especially Janet McTeer as Mary Queen of Scots, but also Harriet Walter is a little bit more reserved in her character as Queen Elizabeth. Obviously Queen Elizabeth was a bit more reserved at the time anyway, than was Mary Queen of Scots leading up to her execution, but both women turned in absolutely amazing performances. They were both just on it, and I definitely recommend that you see the play. If you get a chance, come to New York and see it. It's probably going to close soon, but you should definitely try